Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Rick Ross pulls up on Lil Meech after saying F you Ross to 50 Cent in the text. And we're going to break this down, how this whole move looked from a street point of view. You know, Meech, 50, putting Lil Meech under the wing, Lil Meech admitting that 50 put him under the wing, and his daddy come out, make a crazy move, and now he come out, make a crazy move. What y'all got to say to that, huh?
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down.
Party started, had to get this party started, had to get this party started. Let's go. Now, Lil Meech is out here being seen hanging out with Rick Ross, 50 Cent's nemesis. So now how do you think 50 Cent feel and how do you think 50 Cent is going to respond? Put that in a book. There's a couple of ways that he could respond, and that's why we take the rides. Now, 50 Cent sees Lil Meech in a picture, you know, after he blows up about seeing Big Meech. When he seen Big Meech, 50 said, that disloyal, because he ain't really do nothing physically for Meech, you know. He took care of his son. So he didn't get any major monetary gain, so he came out, didn't have a pot to piss in. You know what I mean? Just keeping it 100, you know, and that's how the feds kick us back out after years of doing whatever it is that we do, that we know is wrong. We paid our debt to society, and then we come home to nothing, which is what happened to Big Meech, and now his son is where he was at when he left off. So that's a prime example. That's Meech back in the 90s, right there you're looking at on the screen. And then now, this other Meech you see standing up talking about, you know, next to Rick Ross. What'd he say? Yeah, and Sexy Red gonna be there? Sexy Red gonna be there? I mean, come on, family. Don't do that, man. You know? Somebody called me today, right? Let me talk about this call, right? Somebody called me today and they said, man, you, enough is enough about the Big Meech thing and all that, right? So I said, what do you mean about that? I mean, that's what's current in the news. I mean, that's what everyone is putting out. Nah, but social media ain't supposed to be doing this, social media ain't supposed to be that. And he had a very valid point, and I agree with him 100%. Because a lot of times when people go digging for paperwork and producing it when the feds might not even have found it, doing their digging, but here goes social media, got it on. So they just put the feds on social media and say, we got some smart niggas that didn't want to go take the bar exam, so they went and took the YouTube exam. They get up here and do these legal cases better than a courtroom trial and better than any judge, lawyer, or prosecutor. A lot of y'all are. I watched a couple of them and was really like, oh my God, like, dude makes sense. Whether it's true or not, he done painted a negative narrative that could put a man away for 100 years. And they up here on YouTube telling about it. But let's ride back. Let's ride back to, you know, Lil Meech. Lil Meech sitting there, and he got the nerve, after his daddy done pulled that move, to pull the same type of move. But Lil Meech's response was, well, his defense to that was, he just rolled up in the spot, he seen Rick Ross, and they turned on the camera, he didn't know the camera was there, whether it was there or not. You wasn't supposed to roll up on no Rick Ross. You know what I mean? You know how 50 feel about him. You know what I mean? That's how 50 feel. You know what I mean? Lil Meech feel like, you know, that's between him and my dad, which it is. You know, he's supposed to be out of it. But Meech, once someone calls your dad a rat bastard, I'm not calling him that because I see skepticism in the paperwork that's running around. So I'm not even going to weigh in on that because there's still hope for Meech, you know? Because I know how social media would just attack somebody and tear you down and make a false narrative, a true statement of fact, true statement of bail type of thing. That's how hard they get with it, right? So we ain't really trying to go there. But Lil Meech, when you run over there and you go get with Rick Ross and you take a picture after you saw how, you know, 50 Cent got riled up from your daddy taking a picture with Rick, and then I seen something else come across my feed saying you was in, Queens with some of his ops or something like that. I mean, like, what did you really doing, dog? Like, somebody put in the comments how any of these moves that Lil Meech is making can be beneficial to moving his brand forward. Because anybody could twist anything any kind of way. So let's see who could twist that in this. That's where we at right now. Where we really gonna go? That's what's so sad about all this, man. I mean, so much rift is being caused, between this move. And I don't understand. And y'all put in the comments if you know why on earth would Meech go meet up with Rick Ross, knowing that they're number one rivals without running it by 50 Cent first. A lot of you always say, oh, he's a boss. He ain't got to run it by nobody. He a boss. You know what I mean? But, bosses follow protocol too, and that's protocol when your ops reach out to somebody that's, next to you that you feeding and send his kid to school. You're obligated to know that because you need to know what your ops is doing. Now, maybe if you would have told 50 would have said, all right, this is how we're going to set him up. You're going to tell him you're going to do it, but tell him to give it to you in cash, and we dead him. We don't give him nothing. We don't give him no concert. We don't even call him back. And if he say something, I get online and eat him up. And we could rob him for a quick meal. That might have been what 50 would have said. You didn't give him the opportunity to put down a good lick, dog. Meech I'm talking about. And then Lil Meech, while all this is brewing, you're supposed to want to stay far away from Rick to show that you independent, that you rolling on solid squares. And when I say solid squares, I mean, if your daddy turned out to be no good, you'll disown him too. The same way you would expect him to disown you if you turned out to be no good. So you're supposed to just play the cut right now, bro. Just play the cut and see how it play out, see how your daddy handle it, if he's a real gangster or not, because if it come out that he is no good, then it's going to fall on you that you playing the character of a rat son. You know this ending to get real ugly and dirty, man. But I don't understand why your father started a beef with the biggest gorilla on social media. For the life of me, I lost it. And he just coming home and he choose a gorilla to go up against. When I saw Big Meech put up the picture of 50 Cent and him and use a rat eating cheese or a piece of cheese or something like that for 50 Cent's face, I said, he done lost his mind. Ain't nobody telling that this dude be go. But then again, maybe he didn't because maybe Rick Ross let him know because I'm sure he know Rick Ross got in 50 ass last time they was beefing. And Rick Ross held his own when they was beefing, And to be honest, a lot of people I was talking to was saying that Rick Ross won that go-between, but then when 50 pulled Rick Ross' girl and did the photo shoot, put her in King Magazine and took her to kids shopping or whatever it was, that's what threw 50 all the way up in the top. But we just got to hold it, man, and just keep it together and know that loyalty is everything. You can't get with somebody and say you're loyal and then go talk to their ops and make a deal without even telling them that you're going to talk to their ops. We're not talking about go talk to another businessman to make another business deal. We're talking about going to talk to 50's opposition that they can't stand each other, where Rick Ross will put up $2-3 million to make a big blockbuster movie just to get back at 50 Cent, and that don't even touch his bank account. He probably got that under his bed, the little $3 million, $5 million, whatever they'll put in to make the movie. And you already know what it'll be, a dope movie with $5 million. And that ain't nothing to him, but he's willing to do that just to get back at him because you got brothers that's down there in Miami, man. You got Travis from the Miami Boys. Just look at that scene behind you and I could just see the Miami Boys right now. You know what I mean? Rolling through the club deep, pulling up, jumping out with their shirt off. You know what I mean? With their shirt open, walking up wide and strong and, bowing over everything and just getting money running through Atlanta like it was nothing. You telling me that's not a story where dudes sent a busload of dudes from the projects in Miami to Atlanta, to another city to take over the drug trade? And that's not a movie, Rick Ross? Travis? I'm lost. Then you got Jet Li and, Wonder Man, and Ray Lee, I was blessed to meet all three of them. I met, whoa. I met two of them. I didn't get a chance to meet Wonder Man, but I met Ray Lee and Jed Lee. And Jed Lee is his son. They got a hell of a story down there. They were the first ones to sell crack cocaine down there in St. Petersburg, Florida. Yeah, good old St. Petersburg, Florida, what it was supposed to be back then. They started selling crack cocaine in there, making millions of dollars driving around running things, And they came from down Miami up to St. Pete for a better life and just stepped the game up there. And you telling me that that's not a fly story? Convertible Burt used to have Mike Tyson pull up on 15th Avenue. I seen it. I was there. So I don't understand how the life, for the life of me, Rick Ross could be going through all this, dealing with somebody that got a suspect jacket on him. When he got good men that have armor on them. That's down bottom in Miami. So you play with the Booby Boys for a minute. You said Boo, you did it, but what you did with Booby was when you ain't really have no bag, dog. You did a low budget documentary on Booby that took off and put you in the stratosphere. Do a movie on Booby. Redo that documentary and do it with real cameras now, and you can do the same exact thing, Rick, and help your family, your homies, as you say. This don't make no sense. Somebody make this make sense to me. Because I'm really lost and confused right now. How could this even be? Man with all this money, got a bunch of comrades, just come home. They need a hand up. He got the hand and the bag. And he reaching all the way over there to Detroit. And reaching out for a question mark. Somebody tell me how that makes sense. Because I'm really confused right now. You causing all this reef, tearing the father and son apart. Rick, you tore Lil Meech and Big Meech apart. Because no matter what happened or what direction they move in, they're gonna have resentment for the way you puppet mastered them to get back at 50. That's what you do. You love it, and you one of the best that ever done it. So I mean, I'm loving the fight because 50 hold his own and Rick Ross owns his own. Nobody can say Rick Ross don't own his own. I seen him go toe to toe and get in 50's ass. I seen it. So I love to hear Rick Ross get up there popping it. He sound like he from a mixture of Harlem and Brooklyn and the Bronx all rolled in one. Like he's just the boroughs. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. So what do you think is going to be the next move for Meech? Do you think that, and Lil Meech, do you think that Rick Ross is going to go ahead and get them, a big condo or what they call that, a big budget movie? You think he'll get away with doing that? Because I heard 50 say that he owned the rights to it. So if he owned the rights to it, ain't none of that going down, unless he say so, as long as he eat. But do you think Meech was crazy enough to sell his rights to 50 Cent before he came home? And double walk out with nothing? Now you don't have the rights to your life and you don't have no gate money, as they call it. Whatever you got in your pocket is called gate money, But been on here long enough, just wanted to check in, let y'all know what time it is. Subscribe to my daughter's page, Juanita Mecca Audio, Juanita, Mecca Audio, and Mecca Audio TV and Unique Mecca Audio Prison Store. Just keep it going. Yo, tighten up, Lil Meech. Tighten up, son. Tighten up, son. Tighten up. Please tighten up, son.
Cheers. Toast the crime. Toast the crime. The crime. The crime. The crime.
Ken of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. They be whoring Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the. Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.